Welcome to Behold. I'm Beth, and today Craig and I have invited some of our fellow Arcade Church staff to share a story about their ministry over the past year. Now, this isn't our idea. We actually got this idea from Behold Live, one of your suggestions. So thank you. Thanks for coming to Behold Live. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Thanks for sending us ideas. It's a really great show. You don't want to miss it. You'll be encouraged, I promise. But don't forget, share, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things to get our podcast out to other people. We would really appreciate it. Are you ready? Here we go. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What? You have some friends with you today.
No, I didn't bring anyone.
Oh, who are these guys?
Ilya, how'd you get here? Philip, what are you doing? You disappeared?
This is a taste of what middle school ministry is like. Andrew, during the summer, it seems like you always have a couple kids with you.
Yeah.
You are discipling them. You're teaching them that sometimes ministry looks like sweeping corners and cleaning up other people's messes.
Yep.
And today, even you were working on someone's car.
Yes, we'll be going right back out after this.
Awesome.
Me and Ilya and Philip.
Yeah, awesome.
There they
Thanks, guys. So, Andrew, you are middle school pastor here at Arcade Church.
Yes.
You've been a part of staff, intern, all of that for a really long time. You do a great job.
Thanks.
It's fun being on the same team as you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you have a special part to play at our Family Ministries Kids Camp. Tell us a little bit about what you do at Kids Camp.
So at Kids Camp for the last few years, I've got to be part of the preschool area and helping the middle schoolers lead in the preschool area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our middle schoolers, we have some pretty high expectations of them. They have
Yes.
to attend a couple trainings, and then they can only serve in the preschool area. It's kind of training ground for them.
Yeah. It almost sounds in writing like a punishment, but it's definitely not because the preschool kids are so amazingly fun to be around.
They're really fun. So share something that happened or a story from this past year Kids Camp with your middle schoolers.
Yeah. So one of the things I love is being part of seeing middle schoolers grow and be discipled and step into being able to lead and lead well. And so every year, it's great to see middle schoolers leading at Kids Camp.
Yeah.
But even though I've been working with middle schoolers forever, like I have a tendency, like all of us adults, to be like, you know what? I could do this and it'd be a little easier for me to do it if you guys can be around, but I'll do the most of the work.
Sure.
And that was not what happened this year. And that's what I'm most excited about right now. This last year at Kids Camp, seeing middle schoolers, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders,
So we're talking like 11, 12, 13-year-olds.
Yes, like going into 6th, 7th, and 8th grade this school year. So the young side of 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Coming in to Kids Camp, like you said, doing all the prerequisites to make sure that they're qualified and they've met our expectations. And then coming in and leading the preschool area of Kids Camp and doing such a phenomenal job. I spent most of Kids Camp this year out in the recreational play area.
Yep.
Where a group of 6 middle school kids spent the week leading 30 kids at a time, preschoolers, in fun activities. And they would come together every morning. They came up with a rotation themselves of like, okay, Monday, I'm in charge. Tuesday, you're in charge.
Oh, wow.
Wednesday, you're in charge.
Okay.
And it was so beautiful to watch them like plan and organize and work together to make fun things happen for the kids and families of Arcade.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see that play out. And then as the kids come in their crews, they're also being led by other middle school kids that are doing the same thing as crew leaders and craft leaders and all that.
Yeah. It's so fun. I think you are so adept at equipping and unleashing, especially middle schoolers. And it's so fun to see the fruit of that, right? Like, okay, this is what I want to do. Oh, it actually is happening?
Yeah.
Yes! It's worth it. Yeah. So keep up the good work. Keep investing in middle schoolers and in the leaders that you pour into. It does and will have kingdom benefits. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Hey, with me is Tom Norris, our missions pastor and men's group pastor. And we've been friends for 15 years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
And I will say this, if you ever want to go on a trip with anybody, go with Tom and Shannon Norris. They'll get you kicked out of hotels. and so they're a lot of fun, and we are so glad to have you on staff, Tom. You've been with us, what, 2 years?
2.5 now.
2.5 years?
Almost?
Yeah, 2.5 years.
Good 2 years.
And Beth and I are just asking for stories in ministry. And so what do you got as far, you're a good storyteller, so you've got a lot of stories. So what do you got going on?
No pressure.
I know, a lot of pressure, yeah.
So I think what came to mind when we got this topic yesterday was men's ministry, and I think my men's leadership team.
Yeah.
I don't like doing ministry by myself, and I think you would agree, like as leaders, we want to empower and equip others to.
Yeah.
It's part of our disciple making is we make disciples who make disciples. So prayed and last year put together a men's leadership team. We've been studying stuff about elderhood in the Bible, and they've been applying it. But one of the ideas we came up with for the summer was rather than doing a men's Bible study, which we're doing a Bible study in the fall, and nothing against Bible studies, but we wanted to do something to see if we could get a different group of men to be coming out.
Sure.
And so these guys, they went at it and they thought, we want to have a lot of food, we want to have a lot of fun, and we want to address some great topics. And so they came up with a list of topics, and we've been going after those. And one of them, I just have a story, one of them was a week that they asked me to teach, which was on loneliness. And I did it. And to see guys open up and talk and share, we had one guy say, I had never talked about this at any church gathering. And this has been true of me for a long time. And we had another guy, he walked up to me, he goes, I always thought it was part of my destiny as a man. Just part of being a man is to be lonely.
Yeah.
And he goes, you challenged me tonight that that's not true. It's absolutely not. So one of our focuses has been build community, and we've seen it there. I had another guy at a table. He said that he's like, yeah, I've been here at Arcade a long time. I don't really have many friends here. I have friends that are overseas. And he goes, it's just kind of who I am. And one of the guys goes, bro, you're a friend. Let's go get coffee this week. So it's just kind of been fun to see God use these leaders create this new thing, and now it's leading to genuine community.
Yeah. Yeah.
One other story I'm excited about is we begin to dream about next year. And in January, we wanted to do a series on identity in Christ. Pastor Cole came in and spoke on it, and he spoke about how we're nobility, we're children of royalty. And that theme hit, so we were meeting together and praying. And the guy said, we want to do something along that theme. And so we have a 10-week Bible study that what I love is that our men's leaders were all writing it and going to teach it together. It's a 10-week study. We're calling it the King's Men, and we have 10.
I love that title. That's cool.
10-week topics. Yeah. And one of the guys said, I'm learning so much. I want to be able to teach it all. So we're going to have like an additional resources that we'll put together in the book we do. But he goes, Tom, are you going to teach this all, or are we going to ask other pastors to teach it? And I said, well, do you want to teach it? And he goes, I was hoping you would ask me to teach it. And so we're going to have our men leaders actually be the teachers of this study.
Good.
So I'm just excited to see how.
Which is making disciple makers.
Yes.
You know, it's a process of unleashing people to do that. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you with us, man.
It's good to
It really
be here.
is. You and Shannon are bright spots at Arcade Church, and we're grateful that you're here. All
It's
right.
a blessing to be here.
Yeah. See you later.
All right, Joe, you're up next. I'm so glad you're here with us. So, Joe, you are on staff here at Arcade Church, and you have a very unique position because your title and who you are and what you do don't exactly match. So you are on Rob Jones' plant and property team. So you do, like, you set up rooms and you tear down rooms and you empty trash and you vacuum, but you have the heart of a shepherd and the heart of a pastor. And so you get to be invited into things like preaching and going on missions trips and leading in different areas, which is so cool to see. To me, it's an example of humility that yes, you have this heart and this passion to do the work God's called you to do, and you bring home a paycheck to your family doing stuff a lot of people wouldn't be willing to do. So thank you for that example to us. But I know today you're going to share, you got to go on a mission trip to Rwanda to visit some of our Arcade missionaries and to support Antoinette and her team. And we were talking a little bit before, and you're going to share something with us that's kind of stuck in your spirit that you just keep pondering and keep going back to from your trip to Rwanda. So would you tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely a lot of highlights from the trip. I think the one thing that I keep coming back to is 2 Corinthians chapter 12. Paul talks about how he had a thorn in the flesh.
Yes.
And he prayed on 3 different occasions for the Lord to remove that. And the Lord spoke to him and said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. And as you know, I've had a number of surgeries over the last year, and it's been really rough. And leading up to that trip, I was in a lot of pain.
Yes.
And in Rwanda, I was in a lot of pain. Actually had people prior to the trip say, are you sure you should go? I'm not sure you should go. And I really sense that, God's leading to go and to do this. So I got to teach a short course on missions and evangelism, which I'm really passionate about.
Yes.
And
Pause. You could go
yes,
back and watch an episode about evangelism with Joe from, I think, either last season or the season before. Okay, back to your story.
Yeah, so got to talk about God's heart for the nations and your role in it. Got to talk about unleashing the power of the gospel in your story and what is the gospel. So leading up in my preparation for the trip, I was in my head a little bit because I'm thinking, I'm an American. This is easy for me to talk about here.
Sure.
But in Rwanda, I really don't have a clue.
What that looks like in their context.
Yeah. What it looks like in their context. So as I stepped into that context, I just really sensed God's strengthening me through all of the pain. And a lot of the content that I did prepare for, like I mentioned that, but there was a lot of content that the Holy Spirit gave me during the course, Friday night, all day Saturday. And it's just, it's one of those things where, you don't plan for, and you just say yes to the Lord.
Yeah.
You say yes. And then before you know it, like God is speaking through you and you're like, I didn't even know I knew this, know? And so I just was experiencing a lot of that on the trip. And again, coming back to the pain that I was in, during those times of teaching and the Holy Spirit putting his word in my mouth, I forgot. It's not like the pain was gone, but I forgot about the pain.
Wow.
There was so much joy that I experienced from the trip. And I know Chris and Tom definitely experienced a lot of joy from that as well. So yeah, I just think that that is one huge takeaway for me is that, sometimes we think, maybe I shouldn't do this thing. Maybe I shouldn't step out. Maybe I'm not equipped enough, whatever the thorn is.
Yeah.
And, it's saying yes to Jesus. In your weakness, his strength shows up. So
yeah, that's awesome.
in
And the
Christ is
good news
magnified.
is you've had some follow-up procedures and you're
I'm
doing
good.
great.
I'm doing great.
Like
I'm feeling
you're
great.
a whole new person. It's so good to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
the pain off your face.
Yes.
Yes. So
me too.
Well, Joe, we are honored and grateful to be on the same team. I mean, Jesus team, but to have you on staff and to just be able to walk shoulder to shoulder with you is a privilege. So thanks for jumping on with us today.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
All righty. All right, Craig.
All right.
Behold, grab bag. We need a theme song.
We need a thing. I think you just did
grab
it, right?
bag, grab bag. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just embarrassing
So
myself.
here's the issue.
Yeah.
Ruthie has just put in
Dun,
two
dun, dun.
questions, topics. What, Ruth?
She does.
Oh, she
it's
won't
a
tell.
surprise.
Oh, man. All right. Pressure's on, B-Dub.
Okay, but
Here
it's
you
for
go.
both of us. I'm just reading it.
Oh, we both have to comment?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Desert island. What is your desert island choice for each of these categories? Book, not the Bible, and snack. What book and what snack?
And we got how long? 30 seconds roughly?
What book?
30 seconds, book and a snack. Oh man. Well, my snack would be some like a Dorito
An
chip.
Edo?
Yeah, anything with Edo
Yeah.
in it. Yeah. That would be my snack, I think. Book. I mean, it would probably be a novel, maybe.
War and Peace.
You know,
Something long and chunky.
I'm breaking the rules, but it would be the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That would be so. And you
Okay.
can make that one volume book. It'd be
You can't. It'd just be
It'd
fatty.
be a thick, yeah. So it'd probably be Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Okay, my snack would probably be popcorn.
Really, I can't believe you said
Maybe
that.
not the best choice for me, but still popcorn.
But you sold popcorn for 50 million years.
Not that long. But it's delicious. Have you eaten popcorn?
Well, I know it's good, but
So
I figured you'd be
good.
sick of it.
I'm not sick of it.
Okay.
And book, I'm totally drawing a blank.
And you're an avid reader. That's your
I am.
problem.
I read too much.
I know it. I know it. Yeah. Beth.
What? Oh, what's it called? To Kill a Mockingbird.
Boom. There you go.
To Kill a Mockingbird. Okay, there we go. We did it.
Okay, we grabbed it. We bagged it.
All right, Kelly Frazier is next.
Hello.
And Kelly, you are overseeing member care
Yes.
and deacons and our Rooted class.
Yes.
Among a million other things. You kind of
Few other
are
things.
a Jill of all trades, for lack of a better term. And you've worn a few different hats here at Arcade
Yes,
Church.
I have.
How long have you been on staff?
I have been on staff 8 years.
8 years. Yeah. It's been super fun.
It has been.
You're fun to work with.
We've had some fun.
We have had some fun.
We have.
But we've invited you to share a story about your ministry. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, first off, the Rooted class.
Yes.
We have done membership here at Arcade for many, 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 many years. We changed the name to Rooted.
Yep.
And about a year and a half ago, I started thinking about how are we going to get people to serve in the ministries here at Arcade. So what I did is I spoke with Cole and I said, hey, we need to implement something to where people will start serving. I think that we need to do a ministry shadow at the end of the Rooted class.
Great.
And so we did. We implemented it. It's something that if you want to be a member here at Arcade, then you need to serve the body of Arcade. And so people will pick a ministry, shadow that ministry. If they like it, great. If not, we'll find a ministry that they like. And it has been awesome. We have gotten so many volunteers from people taking the Rooted class. We've gotten camera people. We have gotten, people for family ministries on the coffee cart. We have gotten greeters. And so it's just been a great thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's been, as someone who's benefited from that,
Yes.
it's been great. And you know what? There's no cost to shadow. And you know what? I don't know where I fit. Let me try something. And then
Exactly.
it gives them opportunity to figure out, okay, this is how God's gifted me, and this is where I can serve at Arcade Church.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What else?
And then member care. I came into this role as a member care manager, and when I did, I stated that I wanted member care to be more than when you are on your way home to see Jesus.
Yes.
We take care of you.
Yeah.
That's not what member care is. Member
Right.
care is from the time that you decide you want to be a member at Arcade Church. We are going to care for you all the way through the time that you're going to go home to see Jesus.
Right.
So, different parts of member care. Prayer requests are huge. When the prayer requests come in, getting those out to the elders and the staff so that people can start praying for those that need prayer. Sending deacons out to people that are homebound or are in assisted living facilities. The pastor of the day is huge as well. Just being able to send a pastor out to pray for people when they've gotten in car accidents or, different things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've really seen fruit from that. Like
Yes.
I have friends with some women who are a little bit older than me.
Sure.
And they have mentioned like, "Oh, I got a card from the church on the anniversary of my husband's passing." That meant it wasn't from Kelly Frazier.
Sure.
It was from Kelly Frazier. But that made
No,
them,
it's from the staff and the elders
yes,
of Arcade Church.
but you're the one who makes it happen.
Yes,
Like
yes.
you are so good about seeing people in, whether it's in their time of need or on their birthday, or maybe when a hard anniversary comes back up. That is so important, especially at a church our size,
Absolutely.
where someone could easily get kind of
Lost.
lost in the cracks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to share about your role or highlight?
No, I think
Well,
that's it.
Kelly, you are doing such a phenomenal job, and like 98.9% of the work you do is behind the scenes. No one knows the work involved in setting up a memorial. Sure. No one knows the work involved in making sure people's birthdays are squared away or people are getting visited or any of that. But the way you go about your job, I just see so many gifts being used, and it is fun to watch you step into that, use your gifts, be unleashed, and it's a beautiful thing. So
Thanks.
I love getting to watch you do your thing, girl.
Thanks, Beth.
Thanks for joining us,
You're
Kelly.
welcome. You're
All right.
welcome.
Hey, I am with Madeline Gilbert, a bright and shining star on our staff. And Madeline, thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
Absolutely.
You work in family ministries, and you work specifically with Beth Whitney.
I do.
Give us some dirt on our sister Beth. Anything you got?
Anything I got? Well, unfortunately, I just can't dig any up.
Okay. Do we have anybody else that we can interview then? Because
Sorry.
Madeline, but
I know.
you wear a lot of hats here, and which is typical of staff people at Arcade Church. Is you work in family ministries, you keep that ministry going. Beth has told me numerous times that you are kind of the engine that keeps on moving things forward and things. But then also, you do something else on staff.
I do. I'm also the manager of the coffee cart.
You're the most popular person on staff in the
yeah.
church, and you're the villain if we don't get our coffee.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I am the admin assistant to family ministries.
Yeah.
So I work with Beth and Yelena and Andrew and Nick.
It's a great
and
team.
It's a great team.
Yeah.
It is a really solid team. And then I also manage the coffee cart. So I have the privilege of interacting with lots of different ministries, and there is actually a lot of crossover. And that is something that I have been so happy to see, the crossover between coffee cart and high school ministry, particularly. I volunteer in the high school ministry.
Okay.
And I would like to share how those two have kind of blended together in a really great way.
Yeah.
About a year ago, I had just taken over the coffee cart, and I was looking for volunteers, and I wasn't actively recruiting, but I was really trying to put feelers out and try to see if anyone was interested. And I was actually at, it was either the fall kickoff party or end of the year party, something in high school ministries. And we were making Italian sodas, which I was overseeing because coffee cart. And I was working with Sasha Ferris, and we're, slinging Italian sodas. And she's like, this is so much fun. And I know you guys do this at the coffee cart, and I would really like to do it, but I just don't know if I can. And I was like, you want to work at the coffee cart? I would love to have you on my team. And I had no idea that she had an interest in that. But the opportunity to kind of talk about that and see how she was able to greet people and make drinks and talk at the same time came up in high school ministries. And then she was so excited to join the team, and I was so excited for her to join the team. And it was a great privilege and an honor to have that crossover and have that conversation. It was really humbling to hear that someone was so excited about that ministry like I'm excited about, and so many of our volunteers are excited. So it was a great way to kind of dive into high school and coffee cart. So now we have a bunch of high schoolers that are in the coffee cart, which is so exciting to kind of see this next generation of young people getting involved in a ministry that meets people in a unique way. It's really cool to greet people on a Sunday morning as maybe some of the first faces people see when they come on campus. And we get to hand them a drink, but we also get to have a conversation with them. And it's a cool way to see how God works in so many different ministries. I really like
being able to see a little bit of high school, see a little bit of coffee cart, a little bit of kids, a little bit of middle school. So that's just one way that God's really brought a new wave of volunteers into the coffee cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it seems like a minute thing is giving people coffee, but I think you're right. It is, for many, many people that visit the campus for the first time, it's their first exposure, a smiling face, getting something they want, which is coffee and a donut.
Yeah.
And what I've seen, because I'm out there every Sunday just saying hi to folks and stuff like that, you and your staff, it is not just transactional. Here's your coffee, give me your money kind of thing, but rather, hey, my name's Madeline, my name is, whomever, Dave, and welcome here to Arcade Church. We're so glad you're here. And I see that countless times in that ministry, and that's a viable ministry.
Thank you.
That I think it's kind of cool that you've kind of cross-pollinated all of these different
there's a
ministries.
lot of cross-pollinating.
That's great.
that's a good word for
That's
that.
neat.
It's very fun.
Well,
Yes.
thanks for taking the time
Yeah.
to tell us some stories. We
Absolutely.
really
Thank
appreciate
you
it. And
for
we're very, very
welcoming me.
glad you're on staff.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be
All
on
right.
staff.
See you
Thank
later.
So, Craig,
So, Beth,
who's your favorite staff person?
you, who's yours?
You.
See? how it works?
Perfect.
All right. No, I tell you, I learned some things.
I was going to say mine's Debbie Hardinger.
That's what, as she should be.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I learned some things about some of our staff that I
wasn't
didn't
that
know.
fun?
It was really a lot of fun. And we need to get them in front of the camera more often.
We do. They
because-
have things to say.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. That was fun. That was a good
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
to do.
And we'll get that's only, people are out on vacation. It was kind of last minute scheduling. So there might be a part 2 coming.
Yeah.
And
I hope so.
And thank you for the suggestion. Whoever suggested it, Behold Live, to get some ministry stories. So
Yeah.
hopefully that did what you were hoping it would do.
And two, I know you're going to get to the behold part of the show right now, but the whole, you told me the text you're going to use kind of before we even started, and the whole while I was listening to your interviews and I was listening to my interviews, I kept thinking of that Ephesians 4 passage where we are, as a staff, we are uniquely gifted by God with people that they just don't fill holes.
No.
They explode holes.
Yes,
And they
yes.
just serve with the mindset of Christ.
Right.
And it's an honor to be with those people. And that's just a small fraction of
Oh,
our
totally.
staff.
Yeah. And we only gave them 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
They could have gone longer.
We could have
Yeah.
given them more time, but then we would
Yeah.
have less stories.
Yeah.
But I just was thinking, as you're saying that, I think of, Kelly Frazier, who's like, okay, here's your job description. She's like, okay, cool. And this,
Yeah,
and this that
right.
she thought of. And same with Andrew. Every single person on staff is
Yeah.
like that, where yes, we have a job description, but we're also allowed to think outside the paper.
And weren't you surprised that there were a couple of students with Andrew? That's so weird.
I know, what?
I
this is different.
I rarely see him without students around him.
Yeah. And
You know, and stuff.
he took to heart a few years ago. We heard from an older pastor, Daryl Delasay, I think is how you say his name. And he said, as you go along is when discipleship happens. And he just,
That's
all
Andrew.
right, well,
That
I'm
is-
going to clean up the gym. Who's coming?
That's
And
Andrew, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
discipleship,
And
shoulder
then
to shoulder.
the cross-pollination with Madeline.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because I knew that she has these different tasks. I had no idea that they overlapped as much as they do.
Well, and she grew up at Arcade Church
Yeah.
and served in the coffee cart when she was a student.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just this cool, there's these multiple layers of discipleship happening all
Yeah,
over our
yeah,
church,
yeah.
which is fun and exciting to me.
Yeah, very grateful.
Okay, so behold.
Yep.
Ephesians 4. I'm going to start with verse 11, and I'm reading on the CSB. And he, Jesus, gave himself some to be apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, some pastors and teachers, to equip the saints for the work of ministry, to build up the body of Christ, until we all reach unity in the faith and in the knowledge of God's Son, growing into maturity with a stature measured by Christ's fullness. Then we will no longer be little children, tossed by the waves and blown around by every wind of teaching, by human cunning with cleverness in the techniques of deceit. But speaking the truth in love, let us grow in every way into him who is the head, Christ. From him, the whole body, fitted and knit together by every supporting ligament, promotes the growth of the body for building itself up in love by the proper working of each individual part. I think we saw a good picture of that today.
Yeah,
and it's just a glimpse.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tom talking about men's ministry, these men writing their own curriculum and they're going to teach it, and that's exactly what Paul is talking about here.
Yeah.
Is that we've got people who are not employees; they are disciple makers in whatever niche they serve in.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to serve with people like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's been a good show.
It has.
All
It
right.
has.
Well, thanks, Craig.
Thank you.
All right, until next time, we'll see you around.
See ya.
Bye.